What do all these companies have in common? Rather than have red or blue logos, these are the top 50 aerospace companies during 2013. In fact, there are more than 200 aerospace manufacturers in the entire world, and the leader of it is Boeing. So who are them? They are the largest aerospace company and the leading manufacturer of commercial jetliners and military aircraft, but is also known for designing and manufacturing rotorcraft, satellites, and many electronic defense and communication systems. Let's talk about its 787 model, the Dreamline. Ideally, the 787 is the most innovative aircraft out there. It is an effort to add value to the customer by implementing new technology, new material, low-cost manufacturing process, and a fast assembly. Actually, it was so well received by the market that it became the fastest selling plane in aviation history. Everything looks fine, but actually it was a complete failure.
Now you may ask yourself, what went wrong with Boeing's plan? Well, Boeing enthusiastically embraced outsourcing, both locally and internationally, as a way of lowering costs and accelerating development, while also developing new technology. The approach was intended to reduce the 787's development time from 6 to 4 years and the development cost from 10 to 6 billion. The end result was totally the opposite. The project is billions of dollars over budget and 3 years behind schedule. So, what is outsourcing? Outsourcing is the practice used by companies to reduce costs by transferring portions of work to outside suppliers. Boeing used this practice because it works with complicated products. Products like aircraft involve a necessary degree of outsourcing. Their goal was to create a new and different airplane that would add value to their customers. They wanted to accelerate the process by outsourcing suppliers that would provide the specific materials and that would have the expertise to work with these. They reduced the cost by looking for cheaper labor. Also, the recruitment and operating costs would also be minimized. And finally, due to lack of available resources locally and lack of expertise in some areas, the manufacturers came from different parts of the world. All of these elements could lead to increase in profits if they were carefully thought out. The responsibility is shifted to all the outsourced suppliers to complete their task right, on time, and on budget. If not completed properly and efficiently, could lead to synchronization fails, hidden costs, and miscommunication. This is exactly what happened to Boeing. Boeing outsourced the engineering and construction of the plane before the product was even defined and before the relative costs were established. This is a perfect example of poor planning and forecasting. In the end, this had serious repercussions on the company's image. I mean, how can anyone trust a company that is characterized by lateness and high costs? This video shows in detail how Boeing used their outsourcing.
Then there's Boeing, the poster company for outsourcing gone bad. The aerospace giant's saga of flawed batteries has grounded its 787 Dreamliner fleet until a fix can be found. According to the Seattle Times, the likely culprit is the hands-off structure of this round of outsourcing, where the company contracted with about 50 top-tier suppliers and essentially outsourced responsibility. Boeing is no stranger to outsourcing. On earlier jets, the company outsourced work on landing gear, batteries, and engines for the 777 and 737. Both planes are renowned for their reliability. But according to the Times, the company gave too much autonomy to their major suppliers and surrendered oversight of subcontractors to the contractors themselves. The result is that there were too many players working on too many pieces with no centralized system of quality control. Quality and Boeing's reputation inevitably suffered.
Speaking about the technology problem, traditionally, aircraft have been made of aluminum. As you can see in the picture, the Dreamliner is made of a composite material, carbon fiber, aluminum, and titanium. This makes the aircraft lightweight so it can fly non-stop between cities without layovers, and increase humidity and pressure in the passenger's cabin for an improved flying experience. Not to mention, it reduced the airline's maintenance and replacement cost. On the other hand, they decided to use lithium-ion batteries to operate the electrical system, which will result in 20% less fuel and 10% lower cost per seat than any other aircraft. However, the batteries ended up overheating for unknown reasons, questioning the integrity and the safety of the entire company. One of the major risks of outsourcing is that components won't fit together during assembly phase. It was necessary to provide on-site support for the supplier, something Boeing did not offer initially. When the subcontractors couldn't deliver, Boeing sends hundreds of engineers to all the suppliers to fix the problems and redesign the entire aircraft subassembly process. As mentioned before, the Dreamliner involved huge technological innovation never used before, and opposite to what was expected, Boeing was least involved in the development process. Boeing designed a tool, ExoStar, so every supplier could input real-time information to provide supply chain visibility and integration, but no one used it correctly.
As you can see, the problems with the Dreamliner were more than one. They put in question the entire company and its reputation. So outsourcing is a key element in Boeing, but it should be handled with caution, or the time and cost of an innovative product might become excessive. In conclusion, for a product to be successful, there needs to be a complete integration and careful planification of the entire supply chain and manufacturing process. Thanks for watching!